Hello, welcome back to my kitchen. Today I have leftover pumpkin. It is something that was gifted to us and I had never tried it before, so I just cut it in half, gutted it, and baked it in the oven. It's a little bit watery. I enjoy it, but I can't eat all of this by myself, and so what I decided to do is make it into a soup, and so it doesn't go to waste. So I have this container and this container that I had heated up for, or actually served for supper. Corey didn't care for it too much. That's why I'm going to go ahead and make it into a soup. And that is what you saw me doing, is prepping all of the onions and the garlic and the turmeric and ginger in the saute pan. What I'm going to do is blend it all up and put some coconut milk in it. So the recipe that I'm using actually calls for butternut squash, and you're supposed to cut it in half, gut it, put it on a baking sheet, and roast it in the oven along with the garlic and what else? Onion, and then have everything roasted and done, and then you put it in the pot and use a hand mixer, a blender, pulverizer, or whatever you call it. But I like to put everything in the Vitamix. It just makes for a smoother soup. Also, I didn't have time to roast everything. I already had my pumpkin done, and I wanted to go ahead and get the onion and the garlic done and go ahead and add the turmeric and the ginger. So all of that is done on the stove, and I'm just going to add it all together into the blender. I will be adding vegetable broth and the coconut milk too. So I thought I had it on record, and I didn't. I added some of the pumpkin and all of the vegetables from the fry pan. Now I'm going to add some vegetable broth and go from there. I'll have to do it a couple times because I have 2 containers of pumpkin and it won't all fit in the blender, obviously. So now I've got to taste this and see what kind of seasonings I need to add. It's pretty bland, which I expected, but it has a very pleasant creamy taste. Like I said, this pumpkin is kind of watery, so the coconut milk helps to, milk that up and what would you call it, like cream it up. So I am going to add some seasonings, probably some seasoned salt and maybe some garlic and onion powder, and I'm not sure what else. Let's see what we come up with. Now, I generally don't measure. I just kind of cover the top, and it usually does well to cover the top for the ratio of, like, the surface takes care of the amount that I have in the pot usually. Sometimes that's not the case. Go ahead and put some onion more garlic. You usually don't want to put more garlic than onion. Usually it's a bit less. I'm going to put some chicken style seasoning, or sorry, poultry seasoning in there. Just for fun. Now this is for Sabbath meals, so I don't want to keep using the same spoon, so I got a different spoon to taste it. I think that's perfect. So I'll go ahead and call this done. I didn't heat it up or anything. I'll just put it in the fridge and actually warm it up on Sabbath. That way I don't have to worry about heating or cooling this down today and putting it in the fridge. But I may have a side of green beans with some kind of topping, or probably some toast to go with this soup. So I decided to put a little bit of cumin in this to kind of ground it a little bit. I know everybody's not really into cumin. I'm not going to put a whole lot. I just want that grounding property of it, if that makes sense. I'm going to see how it tastes. Pretty sure I didn't ruin it, but I guess I'll find out if I did. Just want to make sure that I mix it thoroughly to get the seasonings everywhere. Alright, I got my new spoon. That was just enough to ground it out without tasting the cumin so much. I think that was just the ticket. So this is my creation for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope it inspires you. Take care and God bless.